Hey, you! You're listening to the podcast network of Gamefully Unemployed because you're an untouchable success. To support us and gain access to great exclusive shows like our brand new Supernatural watch-along Himboos, head over to patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. You'll also get your lucky little mitts on hundreds of episodes of our other exclusive shows like Tom and Jeff Watch Batman, Star Trek The Next Futurama, Spiel Boys, and the complete series of Fox Mulder is a Maniac. We do movie nights, game streaming, regular mini-series and surprise shows, and you can even commission your own podcast about anything you want, within reason. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain by heading to patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. That's patreon.com/GAMEFULLY unemployed. Probably don't need help with that word. You accept it.
You accept
You have no
it?
choice. It's sort of like hearing whispering when you know nobody else is there. You're just like, well, I just got to roll with this.
Yeah, exactly.
The alternative is what?
Yeah, you drill your ear.
Yeah.
Put a drill in your ear.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
My name is David Bell.
My name is Tom Ryman.
And we just watched Bowfinger.
Bowfinger!
I was wondering which of us was going to do that.
Do you have any experience in motion pictures?
Oh, yeah, quite a bit, actually. I have quite a bit of experience. I'm an active renter, and I attend the film, the cinema, as much as possible, weekly, bi-weekly, inter-week,
Would you be willing to cut your hair?
Yes, but it's usually better if someone else does it.
It sounds like a ska band. Is there a ska band called Bowfinger?
Probably. By now.
Or a pop punk band? Yeah.
30 years removed almost from this movie, there is a band somewhere in America, these United States, called Bowfinger.
There's got to be. Big thank you to Dave Ruff.
Thank you.
Who had us watch Bowfinger, 1999's Bowfinger. Thank you, Dave Ruff.
Thank you.
Directed by Frank Oz, written by Steve Martin, starring Steve Martin and Edward Murphy, featuring John Cho briefly.
Edward D. Murphy, the director of Raw Force.
Yeah. John Cho's there. You see that?
I did, yeah. I wrote that down. I have that on my notepad. Just John Cho with an exclamation point.
Heather Graham. Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah. Playing
Robertson
a real Robert
Downey is
Jr.
in it.
Yeah. We talked before. Neither of us had seen this since probably 1999, right?
Yeah, I saw this maybe twice, but I hadn't seen it since it came out. So it has been since 1999.
This was definitely my second watch. And in my head, I had no thought about this movie, no consideration, not because this is 1999. So like we're getting into that era where comedy kind of died.
This was a weird period for both of these actors, both of these lead actors.
Yes, and I guess I'll hit up my hot take number one. I think this is actually around when Eddie Murphy was in one of his primes. Obviously, I can't say his prime, but like, I liked him in Life. I liked Life. I like I Spy, which is a few years later. Like, he still got it. I liked him in The Haunted Mansion, which isn't a great movie.
No, both. I Spy and Haunted Mansion are both like famous failures for Eddie Murphy.
He's good in them. He's good.
Yeah, I think he's okay. He's as good as you can be in those movies.
What'd you think of this movie?
I thought this was really funny. Like,
yes,
my memory of this movie was that it was weird, but that I kind of liked it. And revisiting it now, I'm like, yeah, it's weird, and I think this is really funny.
I thought they were on fire. I thought Steve Martin and Eddie Murphy. This is one of. Have they done a lot of films together?
I'm not sure. Eddie Murphy especially is really fucking funny in this.
Yes, he does both roles amazingly. The brother role, what's his name? Jiff,
I think. The names are so funny. Like, this is such a good Steve Martin script too. So,
can I talk about that for a second?
Yes, please.
Because this is like Steve Martin. It's not just that it's funny; it's really tight and really good. I think the premise is brilliant. Like
Yeah.
for people who don't know, the premise is a failed like Hollywood director / producer who decides to make a movie by secretly filming the hottest actor in Hollywood and building the movie around him.
Yeah.
And that's such a good idea. But like the first shot, it's like the opening of Back to the Future. The first shot is this oneer that shows like an old poster where he's on it. All this
a
memorabilia.
shrine to his old career.
Yes, and then like this this bungalow style like very LA apartment where you see it you instantly recognize it. This lazy dog, the directing chairs, call you over here, call. I think Frank Oz took this all from Back to the Future because Back to the Future does similar beats where it does like instead of a news program they get a call from AT&T that's like we're going to disconnect your phone. All the way over to him reading a script.
Just a reminder, we don't need access to your home anymore to disconnect your phone.
So in one shot, you're like, I know everything about this man.
Yeah.
And
Everything
then
you
he
need
looks,
to know.
Yeah, he looks at the script and goes, this is a great script.
Chubby Rain.
Chubby Rain.
It's called Chubby Rain. It's a Body Snatchers movie called Chubby Rain.
So good.
Man, they're just such perfect dumb Steve Martin jokes.
Yes, he's got that ponytail.
It's a clip-on ponytail. I love that reveal. Like, because even the artiste is a facade of him.
Yes.
He's his character. It's a character he's played a lot. He's a scripter character. Like, I think this is Steve Martin's comedy persona as he views himself. I feel like this is let me try to explain this thought because this is a thought that I had while watching this movie. Like Steve Martin now, most people sort of think of him as sort of like the Family Guy or like a family friendly sort of comedian.
Yeah.
He's funny, but he's a funny guy that like your parents and stuff like. And he sort of has built a repertoire in the last like 30 years of his career, making like PG rated comedies and stuff, more like family oriented stuff. It's not all of it, but do you know what I mean? Is that fair to say?
It's funny because it ebbs and flows. I of course think of like his earlier Little Shop of Horrors.
And I think that's what I was getting to is I think that's how he views himself.
Yes.
Like when he started out, I think Steve Martin, like if you listen to his comedy records from like the 70s and stuff, he's kind of his character from The Jerk, less like obviously stupid, a little Jeselnik, honestly.
Right.
Not like caustic in the way that Anthony Jeselnik is, but that he's doing a character of a dumb guy who doesn't realize he's the bit.
Right. He's kind of a villain too. He's a grifter, like you said.
He's a grifter,
like,
yeah.
I would compare him to like you could almost swap him out. Is Kevin Kline's roles in A Fish Called Wanda and Fierce Creatures.
1,000%.
Down to the voice, they sound the same, where it's like you could easily have Steve Martin in those roles.
1,000%.
Where it's like an asshole where you kind of like him, but you don't actually like want to, you wouldn't like lend him money, you know?
He's in this movie, he's basically just like a grimier version of his character in Sergeant Bilko or Dirty Rotten. He's his character in Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Yeah, he is. Like a lovable scumbag. And I love... to jump to the end, I love that he never stops being one.
No.
I love that his arc isn't that he grows as an individual, but he just gets
rewarded.
He gets what he wants through blackmail.
Yeah. He's rewarded by blackmail, by filming someone illegally.
Yeah, because they do a really good, like you said, it's a Body Snatchers movie, and they mirror that very naturally with Eddie Murphy's character being like into a Scientology type cult.
See, I didn't understand any of that when I saw this in the 90s.
Right.
When I was 16, I didn't know any of this.
This is a very good, like, you don't have to be someone who's like knows the industry, but it's a very good satire of like the Hollywood, like, phonies and like show business and producers, where it's like you got to be seen. Like I knew a guy when I moved to LA who rented a fancy like a Camaro to just look important while he went out for auditions, and it was like. It's such a it's like why do they care what car you're driving? They're not even going to see your car.
Yeah.
But it's that fake it till you make it thing.
Yeah, it's the clip-on ponytail.
Yeah, exactly.
It's interesting how like Scientology has become so much more mainstream.
Yeah.
And negatively so. So like, I think maybe me seeing this when I was 16, like all this cult stuff, it's called Mindhead, and it's led by Terrence Stamp, and it's perfect.
Yeah.
And it's so like, I already said caustic's another word stuck in my brain, but it's so like, it's really an indictment of Scientology. Like it really displays them as being predatory, like preying on a guy who's having like a mental breakdown just to fleece him for his money and really kind of leeching off of his star power. Like it seems like Eddie Murphy's a Tom Cruise analog in this.
Right.
But it's so like, I guess like all that stuff would probably kind of seemed like really weird and confusing to me back when I saw this in 1999. But now it's like, oh, fuck yeah. Like Steve Martin is just being like, this is Steve Martin and Frank Oz being like, aren't these Scientologists fucking weird?
Right. But what works really well is stuff that seems like a non sequitur joke is load bearing. Because when they're then shooting Invasion of the Body Snatchers, like you said, he's already wrapped in this alien stuff, so it fucking freaks him out. And then on top of that, there's a seemingly non sequitur. I got to show it to the Laker girls.
The Laker girls.
Can't show it to the Laker girls.
I was about to say that. It seems like it's just a funny throwaway joke, but it winds up being the thing. It's the blackmail footage at the end.
Right, and it also fits why he's in Mindhead, where it's like he's this fucked up guy who's found this cult that's keeping him in check, and while he's like the hottest guy, it's just all these nice little things kind of working.
It's indulging
together.
him. They're leeching off of him. It's a whole
right, and so 10 minutes in, you see everything you need to know about Steve Martin. We get the like scamming around town, borrowing cars, borrowing, stealing a suit. And then him like trying to sell this to Robert Downey Jr. to pretend to be this big guy. So you know exactly he loves the script. He wants to make this movie.
It's like the Freddy got fingered scene when he walks into the restaurant with the cell phone.
Yeah.
It's a car phone with it's one of the really old ones that has a cord on it. So it's just a severed cord that's hanging off the end of the receiver.
And Robert Downey Jr. like almost like as a mean joke is like, tell you what, you get me him, we'll make it. And it's like
basically get him to go away. Yeah.
Yeah. But we get 10 minutes in, like, okay, here's his drive. And then that's the inciting incident. And then exactly 22 minutes in is when he says, we'll make the movie without him. Like we'll secretly make the movie around him. And that's just, it's so efficient.
Yeah.
And then,
I actually paused the movie at that point. And
I kept doing that.
To see, because I didn't know how long it was. So I paused the movie at that point and saw, it's a 20, damn, it's only 90 minutes long. So we're moving.
Yeah, they're moving. And so we get our fun and games after that, where it's like, okay, let's watch them secretly make the movie around them. And that's a really fun, like, okay, it's like sketches where you're like, okay, you can do this, 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 and this. And once that starts getting stale halfway through, Eddie Murphy goes into hiding. Kit is his name, and we meet Jiff. And we get a new fun and games, which is the opposite. We're convincing this guy that the world around him is actually really a movie, where they're like, no, they're stunt drivers. So we get a new premise.
Holy shit.
Yeah. It's brilliant because Eddie Murphy leaves the movie and is replaced by Eddie Murphy.
Yeah. But he's playing it completely differently. He's doing his white guy voice, basically.
Right. And we get a second premise that folds in, and we get to play with that. Yet the highway, I was laughing so fucking
good. It is
hard.
Like, it's so brutal. Like, it is so
the
fucking
sound
scary.
Design.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just this relentless onslaught of speeding cars.
It's amazing, and it's just like it looks terrifying.
Yes, it looks horrible.
Jeff's crying, and I love that he just wants to be a PA. And they're like, "Tell you what, man, we'll do some errands. You want to do some errands? You want to go to Starbucks?" He's like, "Yeah, I want to do errands."
Yeah, I want to go to
like
Starbucks.
He's the saddest person in the world. He's beyond the lowest.
We just need you to do it one more time.
One more time. Amazing.
There's
some
scene.
classic. Jiff is amazing. The
is so
part where they
fun.
go, "Would you be willing to cut your hair?" And he like goes like, yes, but it's usually better if someone else does it. And it's like, oh my God, I walked right into that joke.
Yeah, that punched me in the face, man. That joke. I said like, God damn it to the room.
Yeah. It's like airplane jokes, you know?
So
it's
good,
like,
though.
oh,
it's like,
fuck.
That is I don't.
And the
that
delivery.
that feels. I mean, I'm not taking away from Eddie Murphy. Like that feels like such a classic Steve Martin joke.
I know, but Eddie Murphy.
But of course, yeah, his delivery and this character is incredible.
As Jeff is so fucking good.
He really thinks about it.
Yeah. And he like makes
And
this
the way
like
he's
little
like-
grin, like he's almost like, yeah. Like he considers it the way you would consider that question, which sells it the punchline.
He says, what else does he say? His like follow-up is like, I've had like some incidents or some accidents or something.
It might be one of my favorite Eddie Murphy characters. Eddie Murphy in this is weaving
Both characters are really, really good.
Yeah, he's walking this fine line where he is technically the straight man, but he doesn't come off that way because he's so fucking like he's the guy that everything happens to him, and he has to react to it.
He's the one who's supposed to. He's the one having grounded reactions to things. I guess so. I guess he technically is the straight man, although he's like off like the wall, crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, but he has these moments. The happy premise number 2. There's no giant foot trying to squash me.
Right, where you hear what his delusions already were.
Yeah,
like this movie's so good at revealing things. Because at first you just think, oh, he's just this plain high-strung, egotistical actor. But then when he goes to Mindhead to sort of talk about his problems, and you start to hear what his delusions are, and they're really, really strange.
Yeah. It's this is actually why I like I Spy, which again, I don't think that's a popular opinion. But when you do this idea, like Owen Wilson, not my favorite, but like you put him and Jackie Chan together, you know who's doing the jokes and who's the straight man. Like you know, like, okay, he's there to kick ass, he's there. But you put him and Eddie Murphy, same problem as this movie. Where you're like, okay, you have two funny guys. They both need to be funny. Nobody's like, like I guess Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. This is an old problem for them. They know how to do this, which is that you need them to clash against each other, but they need to. Not one of them has to be like, okay, let's be serious. And so, like in I Spy, they do a similar thing with Eddie Murphy, where he's all ego. He's just walking ego.
Yeah,
where it's
I remember that.
And he plays ego really well, the way Steve Martin plays scumbag really well, right? Where it's like two types of bastards,
Yeah. And dirty, rotten scoundrels, like we mentioned.
Yeah.
That's an interesting thought.
Right, because it's like you get two for the price of one, where it's like, why can't both of them be funny? Just funny in different ways that push against each other, you know? I like when Steve Martin gets in the car with him in Cons with Mindhead, and they don't even show the scene. They just show the car driving for 10 seconds and then him getting kicked out.
Throws him out, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you hear him shoot his script, and then he throws the script out.
Yeah. That was him randomly shooting things, casually firing his gun.
Just a real maniac.
Yeah, they do really good with the celebrity stuff. But yeah, at the halfway point, they do the fun and games with that. And of course, that all collides and, they get found out, and it all comes to a perfect climax of like, we have to shoot this movie. It's just really good structure, like really good, really like efficient, but also like finding new things to do. Cause you like, once you get to, we make the movie around him, you're like, well, how long until that gets dry?
Right. Every time I felt like I was kind of settling into, oh, okay, I feel like this is where it's going to start to get stale. It changes it, right? Like, some new thing develops and changes what's happening, or some I had forgotten because I hadn't seen it since 1999, but they just sort of casually reveal that Jif is his brother.
Yeah. Well, he is my brother.
Well, he is my brother.
Like everybody gets
like him.
And it makes the moment where Steve Martin actually feels bad.
Yeah.
And they do a good job where it's like he stays a scumbag till the end. He just is like, I like this guy now. Like, I don't want to take advantage of him. Until he sleeps with Heather Graham, and then he's like, okay, let's.
That's another great exchange where he takes Heather Graham aside. You and I are through. Why? Because you slept with Jif. So? I never thought about it that way.
I loved that. So they do, this is the other thing I really like about this movie is there are so many little background threads that like Heather Graham shows up and she's like, doe-eyed, fresh off the bus, and then you realize she's a predator. Like she just starts.
She takes
sleeping.
everyone for a ride. Yeah,
yeah. She just keeps honing in on the most powerful person in the room, and just basically sleeps with them and gets what she wants and moves on. And she's just like Steve Martin. So then when they butt heads, it's like, oh, they're perfect. They're perfect scumbags.
Such a great exchange.
I think I really like the. There's another thread where they need crew members. And so they just go to the border and they do a joke where they're picking up guys crossing the border being shot at. And it's one of those jokes where you're like, okay, well, where are we going with this? And the joke is, you know how they're really hard learners and learn fast? That's the joke, because throughout the movie, the guys who don't speak English, who they use for crew, slowly hone their craft until at the end they're like taking jobs and phone calls. That's the entire gag, is by the end they're just really good at it.
Yeah.
And I like that detail of like, yeah, they don't know what they're doing, but they pay attention, they learn, and then by the end he's like talking about like the shots they used and like how they did it, and like, oh yeah, I thought this was a good.
Sure, I'd sort of forgotten that, like in an earlier scene you hear that they're talking about movies, but they're speaking in Spanish.
Yeah they just slowly get good at it. That's the joke. And then at the end they're like taking calls and like they're big shots. I liked that. I'm curious about
it feels very sketch driven, almost like sketch writing, in the way that the jokes are sort of threaded. Anyway, sorry.
No, there's a lot of jokes that are sort of like, but it's just great because they all kind of have a beginning, middle, and end. There's all kind of a good journey for them all. I like how Eddie Murphy as Kit. I like his journey of like they just break him, like when. By the end, he's like, I'm Keith.
I wrote that down. Like I laughed so hard at that delivery. He just turns, I'm Keith. He just accepts it. He's so broken at that point.
Yeah, it's just completely. They just
he's just completely embracing it. Whatever's happening to me right now.
Yeah,
and then he tracks him to the observatory when he's at the top, and he's like, "I saved the world. I did it. I saved."
Yeah. I like his whole journey, because at the end I was thinking like, well, if they find out now they've shot most of the movie, what's the harm? And that's essentially what happens. They blackmail him, and then he's just like, all right, yeah, fuck it, I'll go to the premiere. And they show everybody just like. There's this, everybody is watching it, and it's almost like a celebration of like,
yeah,
well, they did it,
Yeah, everybody is sort of getting to see their dreams realized for a bit, and that's kind of the payoff for everybody's character.
Yeah, it's funny because it reminds me of what we watched recently, American Movie, because it's about making a movie, a good movie. We're making a movie, like
making a movie. It's our movie.
Yeah. And exactly. And it's there. Yeah. That's what they do. The thing where like everybody's watching and enjoying. It reminds me of Ed Wood. Ed Wood's another one that has a very similar structure where it's that idea that every movie is hard to make, right? Like it doesn't matter the budget. And Ed Wood, it's a lot of the same problems. Very scammy, It's like, he died. Yeah. We have to like replace him with this other guy for a while, or like.
Oh man, gosh, that's such a fun movie.
It is, and then at the very end, everybody gets to sit there and go like, "We fucking did it." It's hard because making a movie about making a movie is obviously like eye-rolly, and one of the problems, I guess, is that they all kind of it's the same story. If you want to do a happy ending, which is then they're there watching the movie.
And they did it. Yeah, this is the more satirical version of it than Ed Wood is.
Yeah, for sure.
But because what I was going to say is, Ed Wood is also about sort of the idea that nobody sets out to make a bad movie, for the most part. No, everybody's trying their best. Everybody wants to, everybody wants to tell a good story that reaches people and engages people in some way.
This is about almost like the frustrate. Like Ed Wood's great because they have moments where like someone hits the set and he's like, "Cut,
Oh
that was
my
great." And
gosh.
everybody's like, "You don't want to take it again?" He's like, "No, why? Let's move on."
That's such
And
a that still
yeah.
makes me laugh out loud every time I see that.
Oh yeah,
He shifts the entire, just
yeah.
fully collides with the doorway.
That Ed Wood's almost about like the passion to make movies versus simply not being good at it. Like
Right,
he
he's
has
just
the
not
resources.
good. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's just not
Whereas
good. He doesn't have the
they
talent.
they never go into it in this if Steve Martin's any good. Like this is more about that feeling. It's why, for
it
example,
feels like he's not.
it feels like he's not. And that goes into the other thought I had. It's why I get why certain people are like, Hollywood is over. Check out this AI thing I made. Because I understand the feeling, which is that Robert Downey Jr. kind of represents the gatekeeper, right? Where it's like Hollywood is it's an insular thing. It's this thing you have to break into. It's not enough to be good. It
Right.
almost would be good. It would almost be cool to make Steve Martin good. Like if the idea was like he's really good, he just doesn't have a good. He's just no one knows who he is. He doesn't have money. Like it's why when you go like. I don't know. I always had this experience whenever a movie like Being John Malkovich would come out, and I'd be like, "Who the fuck is Spike Jonze? Like, how did I not know?" And then you Google them, and you're like, "Oh, they're a rich person. It's a rich person. It's rich. They're rich. How did Sophia Coppola make Bill Murray? Oh, right, Coppola. Sophia
it's right there.
Coppola.
It's right there in
Where
the
it's-
title.
It's not to say they're not talented. Like they're very talented. It's just to say that like, if you don't have that access.
Yeah, but that's not the movie they were trying to make.
No, but it is definitely, I think, more about that, where it's like the movie could have never been good because they're secretly making it. Like you said, it doesn't seem like it would have been good either way. It's the script is obviously bad.
Right, it's Chubby Rain.
Right. They do that early. That's another thing they do that's really good structure, where early on, when you hear the name, you're like, oh, okay, it's not, they don't,
It's
they're not
absurd.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't know what good taste is.
Yeah. But like,
go ahead.
yeah, my point is, I guess it doesn't matter. Like it's
No.
about that idea of like, why not me? You know,
Yeah,
I don't
it
want to
does-
spoil our next Hypecast, which will come out before this, but I have a very good movie that deserves more hype on this
Ooh.
subject. Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, it doesn't really linger on any of that. Like we don't see too much of the movie, and we never really we don't really get a good understanding of what the story even is or anything like that. So it really isn't about whether the movie's any good, although it seems pretty clear that it's not.
It's a little Ed Woody because he narrates. Steve Martin's the narrator at the end, and you're like,
yeah.
And
And
it's-
it looks like it, like that stock footage, sort of like guerrilla stolen footage,
right.
where it's just Ed Wood trying to Frankenstein whatever he's got in the can into some kind of movie.
Ed Wood would have loved AI.
Yes.
Generative AI, because there's
Yes.
a part in Ed Wood where he's like, you could make a whole movie from stock footage.
Yep.
He would have fucking ate it up.
Yeah, man. He'd have loved it. He'd have made 600 movies in a week.
Yeah. God, yeah. Good movies?
No, they would have been
No.
600 Ed Wood movies.
Yeah. But it's just, and so like, I don't know. Yeah, that voiceover is one of those things in real movies. Whenever you watch a movie and it starts doing like weird voiceover, you go like, oh, okay, something went wrong.
Something went wrong. Yeah.
Speaking of which, there's only one thread that I was like, this doesn't feel like it goes anywhere or really needs to be in it. And that's Robert Downey Jr. I don't know if something went wrong there, but it seemed because this is early Robert Downey Jr. He's not, I don't think or is he right out of rehab?
This is like right before it, I think.
I think so. And so like he seemed like a character that was supposed to matter more is my point. I don't want to like gossip or speculate, but it just seemed like he's in it and then he's sort of not.
I think he's just he's a character that is just there to serve a function, right? He's more of a
the
utility.
gatekeeper.
Yeah, like he triggers the plot, because Steve Martin pesters him and he says, okay, bring me a movie with Kit in it and I'll produce it. And so he's sort of like...
But they never circle back to that, not really.
Just for... the magic bullet at the end to get the movie premiere. Like it's now they've got this guy on the hook because they have this movie with Kit.
But is he? Oh, sorry. Is he physically in the scenes?
He is. He's in. Okay. He's in the premiere scene watching it. Remember, because he recognizes his car. Oh, because they steal his car to use it for some scenes. Yeah. Okay. He's only in like 3 or 4 scenes, but he's more there as a function than anything else.
There's a weird. This isn't a hit against the film, but like this is actually a good thing. There's an absence of like a villain. Yeah. Eddie Murphy is not really the villain because it's not like it's unreasonable to not be secretly filmed and gaslit.
He's not super likable, but Terrence Stamp, I think, is more the most outwardly villainous, I guess.
But he's not really like it's almost when he shows up at the end, like party's over. I was like, what does he care? Like he seems like he's kind of there as an obstacle because they need one there, but. He's like weird because he's like a grifter, but he also seems like he's genuinely like trying. He's like, come with me. He's convincing him there's no aliens, not that there are aliens. Right. So he does seem to be wanting to help him. But
it's in their best interest to keep him stable, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Again, that's not a hit against the movie. It's just interesting that there's like kind of this. Like there's multiple obstacles that are multiple people along the way. And so like Robert Downey Jr. watching it, I assumed he was going to be more of an obstacle. Like a worse comedy would have him be like a mustache twirling like Bowfinger, like a Phil Hartman in to his Sergeant Bilko.
Right. No, I really want to see that version.
I know.
That looks like my car.
Bowfinger.
That Bowfinger.
But Robert Downey Jr. is perfect because he has charisma.
Makes a man neutral. Sorry.
Although I always forget this. Robert Downey Jr. has charisma to me. He wasn't... This is the era where, like... What was he doing? He was doing villains.
He's playing Slimy.
Yeah, this...
it's kind of what we thought of him. Like this Less Than Zero was his sort of biggest attention-getting role, and it's him playing sort of a scumbag drug addict that you feel for him, but he's also kind of like a walking disaster. And then he kind of just sort of played either that kind of character or like Slimeballs.
And then Shane Black made him a Slimeball, but likable.
Mm-hmm.
He made him a dummy more, which is an interesting thing to do with him.
Yeah, that's against type for Downey.
Yep, and then that's a very good transition into Iron Man, who's also a scumbag. It's the Tom Cruise, where it's like early roles was like, I have jerk face, I'm a jerk. And then he slowly like gaslit us all into being like, yeah, he's a jerk, but he's kind of charming. All the way to like he's a hero.
But he's got hero face. Like no, yeah. He's better as a bad guy.
Which now that I think about it, I don't love it. I definitely did a big eye roll, but Dr. Doom. Thinking about it now, I'm like, oh yeah, I guess he's more used to playing villains.
Downey
in his career, yeah.
No, he's like free of context in a vacuum. That's a fucking incredible choice for Dr. Doom. Is Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, it's just they didn't do it.
We had 18 years or not 18. We had 10 years. Excuse me. Fuck, that hadn't been that long. We had 10 years of him as Iron Man.
I like the Heather Graham stuff. I don't know. Is the implication at the end that they are an item? I just like because Steve Martin knew the age stuff. I really like the line where she goes, "You should love Smashing Pumpkins." Are you kidding? I love
doing that.
And them just hurling lies at each other.
Yeah, I'll never take advantage of you.
Yeah, I will never abuse your trust.
It's good.
Yeah, it works really well with the age difference because it's like, yeah, she's an opportunist.
Yeah.
And like they both want something from each other.
Well, and then right before that, we see him take her credit card out of her wallet. So it's like...
No, he does it after. So like...
I thought it was before they do that line
No, they do it after.
'Cause she
They do
comes
it, and then
back
it's the
in.
morning.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. It's hard cut to them
Yeah,
him buying everything. Yeah.
Yeah. The next morning as they buy all the
Sandwich. It's good because he also just wants sex, and
Yeah.
then he's like, also I can rob her.
He's a grifter dummy. Yeah, he's Sergeant Bilko, but grimier.
I love that they're charging people to
Yeah, to audition. $25 audition fee.
That's amazing. I like the term "inhale your gonads," which is, I think, what he says the aliens do.
That's what
will
yeah,
do,
that's
kid.
that yeah, that's one of the reveals we sort of get. Like we come in and we expect him to just like be ranting about what the actors have been coming up to him and all the weird shit they've been saying to him, but he pulls like they're going to inhale your gonads out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And it's just, he's sort of, this is a pre-existing delusion he had. That aliens are coming to suck his gonads out by touching him. Like they will touch you. And then through that touch, they will suck his gonads out. No matter where on the body, they can just put your hand on your shoulder and there go your gonads. Man. I love Christian Baranski in this.
Oh yeah, I was about to bring her up as like the she's the actress, right? She's I love just all the actor shit of like anytime he can con her by saying it's like, oh, this is the process or it's
This
revolutionary.
is nouveau cinema. Oh. And she just gets this, oh man, she's so good at facial stuff. Like when they're watching the footage, like she gets this look on her face where like her eyes get real wide, but she's like still kind of like holding her nose in like this air sort of way. It's such a funny reaction.
She like there's a few characters. Jamie Kennedy's here.
Oh, he sure is.
And he's fine. There's a few characters that don't get an arc too much where it's like they want a thing, they get it. But I think that's fine. Like
everybody can't, you have to have some people who are just kind of in the background.
Yeah, and she's kind of that where it's like she gets her role. She gets her role.
And she wants to, her main thing is she wants to have a rapport with Kit directly. Like she wants to feel like she's actually working with Kit. Yeah. So it ends up at least some funny scenes where she'll see him in public and that would have been
hanging
fun.
out with him. I do like that he's dating Heather Graham because you're like, oh yeah, naturally.
Yeah,
of course.
That's where she would move on to. Because that's why she sleeps with Jif as soon as they figure out that Jif is actually Kit's brother. He's not just some dude that looks like Kit.
Everybody's
That's
like,
that's such a funny reveal.
Who I just had intercourse with in the van. She gave me the works.
It was awesome, man.
She was the most inventive girl. He's such
a nerd. He's such a 60-year-old man.
Has he done a role like this before? This type of character? Because I honestly can't.
Oh yeah,
think...
Nutty Professor is not like that. I feel like he's done roles like this after this.
Right. This is. I think what makes it work for me is it's almost like the character, not a Tim Robinson character, but a character in like something Tim Robinson would make. It's hard to describe.
He's not as surreal as a Tim Robinson character, I don't think, but
it feels more contemporary than the 2000s. I guess it's the 90s, where it's so like understated and so like, again, it's big, but he's not doing like, he's not urkling it.
It's so smart. Like it's big, but it's like it's very tactical. Like it's restrained at the same time. Like it's still right. Like he knows
it's adorable.
He knows how to play into the tropes that make the character funny, but still keeping it sweet and keeping it interesting. So it's not going like you could see how somebody else might do just, the nerdy version of the cool, but I don't know. It's just such a fucking funny performance.
It's this era of Eddie Murphy. Like I didn't see Norbit. I haven't seen Norbit
either.
There's this
He's
era,
played
right?
nerds before. I just can't remember if he played them before this.
I don't know. It's the era they made fun of in Tropic Thunder, which is that like put Mike Myers in a fat suit. What voice is he going to do? Scottish, obviously. Like it's that feeling, right? Where it's like it's that comedian. It was this 2000s era where a comedian would be like, put on some old person makeup and do the voice you do. Where it's like it's not really thought about why they're doing it, right? There's no like rhyme or reason to it. It's like, let's do a funny voice. Why? Because it's funny.
Coming to America.
Yeah, they fart, they do stuff. This feels like both characters are characters that Eddie Murphy thought about what is their relationship to each other, what was their dynamic as brothers, what makes them kind people, what makes them not kind people, what is their it feels like he really examined these characters when playing them, because like the brother dynamic between them you kind of see where it's like, yeah, Jiff seems like he grew up with Kit as a brother.
Yeah.
Like this, like, oh gosh, I'm in the background a lot. I'm like propping up my big brother, but he's just kind of too big for us now. Like he has all that feeling where it's like you feel for him, but he's funny, and he's naive.
And he's he's just not that impressed with all of, he's not as for obvious reasons. He doesn't have the starstruck problem, so he's not as like.
Yeah, exactly. Like he has a surprising amount of confidence that you don't realize with that stuff.
Yeah,
and then Kit is all ego, and he has the lack of confidence. Like he's all ego,
no confidence,
and he has no confidence.
Yeah,
and he doesn't. So it's like.
Oh man,
they mirror each other in this very like this way with way more intent than I would give this movie credit for. Just thinking about it offhand, like Eddie Murphy seemed to have crafted two characters that work really well as twin brothers, and that's just pretty cool.
It is.
Eddie Murphy is like Steve Martin's great in this, but Eddie Murphy's like standing out.
Yeah,
for it.
Yeah, I wish I had remembered he was this good in this.
Yeah. Again, they're both, I think, this is one of the best films of, And I kept thinking like, holy shit, why aren't they doing more together?
Yeah, unless there's something major I'm forgetting, I don't think that they have.
Yeah. Maybe they didn't get along. I mean, that happens, right? When two very good comedic minds
big stars,
get together.
Yeah.
But listen, if you're listening, Eddie and Steve, I know you love the show. Mm-hmm. Patreon
Long-time
producers, shout out. Do some more shit together. I love the ending, by the way, where they go on to just make a shit movie overseas.
The fucking holy shit. Like what Steve Martin does during that scene is fine. But like what Eddie Murphy does, the way he's like kind of wincing through
flinching?
Flinching through the choreography and like carefully stepping
around
it's so funny. Oh my god.
It's perfect. That's one of those jokes where the joke, which is that, it's a Seagal situation. He can't do anything, so the stuntmen are doing around him.
Yeah.
But by making him be like flinching, where he doesn't like it.
He's like so
and it's like it's the best take they got. It's that feeling of like, oh.
It stays funny. Like it's incredible.
Yeah.
And then, man, what a choice.
Them like trying to get down where they have to jump off.
Right, they have to like carefully like climb down.
That's so fucking good. It's jokes that like there aren't. Yeah, a lot of them are like, you got to see it, man. You just got to watch it.
Yeah.
You just got to hear them deliver it,
It's good, man. Oh. It's way better than I mean, I remembered liking it, but it feeling like it was a little weird that I didn't get it. And boy, it was fun. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say, this can't be helped. Honestly, I don't know what else they could have done, but it did feel like they paused for a FedEx commercial at one point, and that was weird. But like,
it's a throwback to a line he said in the beginning.
No, yeah, I know. He was like, I dream. But it does feel like, it feels like something that was in the script, and they're like, and why not? Can we contact FedEx or UPS?
I mean, are they going to care? Can it just be FedEx?
Yeah.
Probably.
Or it feels like they were like, ask the companies, and whoever gives us the most money gets to be it. But it feels like, there was like something.
Maybe
around that where
it is very prominently featured.
It feels like a FedEx ad, but whatever. Again, it's part of it.
Like Christ descending from heaven to deliver him this letter.
Yeah,
it
works.
Me and Kit's brother are gonna go film a movie in Thailand. It's such a funny
fake personages.
What a perfect conclusion. Me and Kit's brother are gonna go film a movie in Thailand.
They're gonna go film a movie that we'd be forced to cover on. We just watched, like we've watched this
unwatchable action movie.
Yeah, we've seen this,
and that's their reward, and they're all jazzed about it.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. It's all to say that Bowfinger was a film. I didn't think it was bad. Like in my mind, it wasn't a bad movie. It just wasn't something I thought about. And I was like, yeah, Bowfinger, whatever.
Yeah, I remembered it being mid, and I owe this movie an apology.
This movie is up there for me. Like I'm like, okay, this is in the same like list of like where Beverly Hills Cop would be or where The Jerk would be, where I'm like, it's up there for me with both of these actors.
Yeah.
This is one of their best movies.
If you were grabbing top 10 movies for either of their careers, I would probably put this on the list for sure.
Yeah. I need to rewatch I Spy because in my head I found that very funny, but I also saw it when I was in the age where you're an idiot, you're 20 something and you're drunk and getting high. But I've seen it since then. There was something about I Spy that I just enjoyed it. Have we?
I thought we had. I was pretty sure we had.
It's not great. It's not. Like, I'm not trying to talk it up too much.
Maybe I
just think Eddie Murphy's very good in it.
Yeah, I remember it being really boring, but maybe I need to give it another shot.
I gotta rewatch Life. Life is a fascinating film because it's a comedy about a really fucking bummer idea.
Yeah, they're stuck in jail for their
life.
entire lives. That's right there in the title.
They don't get out,
and they didn't
get out. Do it. It's about race. It's about like just two black men who get basically like framed or like implicate. You know, they get racism into. Yeah. And it's like, and then it tries spoilers to sort of have a little happy ending, but it's like it's not enough. I'm just like,
they do very, very old man makeup. They do get out.
Yeah, and it's like that's I guess that good for them, but it's like a playful comedy where you're like, oh, that was fun. We should burn it all down, burn down the system.
Yeah.
Also.
Yeah,
Martin Lawrence is good in it.
Yeah, they're both great in it. I need to rewatch it.
Me too. That was
another one
movie
that I remember watching and enjoying, but being really sort of thrown off by how dark it was.
Yeah, it's
like,
it's
boy,
an artifact.
this is a bummer.
Right. Here's my thoughts. It feels like someone wrote a really serious drama, and then the people were like, "Great news, we have Eddie Murphy." And they're like, what? And they're like, and he has some notes. Also, we have Brian Lawrence, and he has some notes. And it's like, okay, but this is about, and they're like, no, they like that stuff. They like that stuff too. But like, can he be funny?
Yeah,
can he be funny? It's
a
like
spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. You know, lighten it up with some jokes.
Yeah, I know we're deviating, but I looked it up. It's from the writers of Intolerable Cruelty.
The Coen brothers?
No, they didn't write Intolerable Cruelty.
Huh.
Robert Ramsey and Matt Stone, but not the Matt Stone.
Not South Park Matt Stone. But I didn't know that about Intolerable Cruelty.
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. They also wrote Soul Men.
Okay.
Yeah, so that
sounds like something that would have happened.
Yeah,
I think we're probably finished.
Hold on, Dom. From the director of The Ref.
Ooh, I actually know who that is. That's Ted Demme.
Yep, and Blow.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Frank Oz, great job.
Yeah, Frank Oz.
Sorry, I guess that's the first legitimate thing I want to say about Bowfinger is I didn't realize it was Frank Oz, and that is every Frank Oz movie. Every Frank Oz movie I ever watched.
Speaking of Kevin Kline.
Yeah, starts with me going, oh, this is Frank Oz.
It's a Frank Oz movie. Fuck. All right.
Like,
he directed more than I remembered. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm trying to think like what is the Frank Oz movie? Indian in the Cupboard. What About
Horrors,
Bob?
Probably.
For me, it's What About Bob?
Did he do Little Shop of Horrors?
He did.
Okay.
So he did The Dark Crystal, that makes sense.
Holy shit. I didn't remember
that makes sense.
But that does make
Because
sense.
he's a
Yeah,
Muppet.
he probably
He's a
did most of
Muppet.
the Muppet movies.
He did Muppets Take Manhattan, and then he was like, "So long, suckers!" And they were like, "We need you to do something with a puppet." So he did Little Shop of Horrors. He was like easing out of puppets. Then he did Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. What about Bob? Which
Oh, fuck.
yeah, What About Bob is one of those movies that's like, I grew up on that movie. It was one of those movies that every time you went to the library, I would pick that out to rent. I probably watched it once a week. And then he did House Sitter, Indian in the Cupboard, In and Out, Bowfinger, and this is where things get a little tricky. He did The Score, a movie that I think is pretty good, but it has its problems.
The CGI Marlon Brando smile.
Marlon Brando.
Infamously.
And then
refused to smile in a take, so they had to digitally put one on his face.
Yep. This feels like a tricky thing. Edward Norton plays a man who pretends to be mentally disabled to do a heist. So it creates some scenes that you're like, but the point is that he's pretending.
In
so
fairness,
he's
the
villain.
bad guy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Where I'm like, it's not like, oh,
you're
that
not
didn't age
cheering
well.
for it. Yeah,
exactly. Stepford Wives, Death at a Funeral.
Okay.
Muppet Guys Talking, which I don't know what that is. He's got nothing coming out. Is he dead?
No, not yet. He's
I
quite
don't want
old,
him
but
to
I mean,
die.
he was recently just doing stuff, I think.
He's got one more in him.
Sure, get another Star Wars out of him.
I mean, they'll definitely
Bring another Star Wars out of him. Get a Yoda out there.
Yeah, I was about to say they'll bring a mic to his deathbed. And they're like, "Hey, Frank, can you hear me? Just say like, just say fear do not. Just say fear do not into this mic real quick. Thank you. Here's $500,000. Thanks, Frank.
Here's a check with 7 numbers on it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Amazing
Smart
fucking
to say, Rich.
career. What a career.
I know.
I guess I'm done.
I think we can be done now. Yeah.
Dave Ruff, thank you.
Thank
you
you
so much. Seriously, I wouldn't have watched Bowfinger again. I might have like when am I going to sit down and watch Bowfinger?
It's a movie that's always in my orbit because it's a favorite of a buddy of mine's.
Yeah.
So it's never too far from my thoughts. But yeah, I hadn't revisited it in almost 30 years.
Yeah. So thank you, Dave Ruff.
Thank you.
This was through our Patreon. We have a tier on our Patreon where you can have us watch a movie and talk about it.
You sure can. Like this.
Just like this. Patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. If you want to kick in just $5 a month, you get access to exclusive podcasts like Tom and Jeff Watch Batman, Fox Mulder is a Maniac, Star Trek The Next Futurama, Spiel Boys, Himboo's our supernatural podcast. Also, I never mentioned this, but some of our Marvelins will be exclusive on there.
Ooh.
So like some of them are wide release, but if you want the full Marvelin set, that's how you get them.
We should push that on those episodes.
Yeah,
on
we
those
are
Marvelin
recording
episodes.
them. We are recording them, so it's just going to happen.
Put it on that. Okay,
Oh.
that's all right.
If you want to do that, it's so much work.
I know it's tough.
I already posted them. They're a schedule. All right, we'll talk about it. It's fine. It's hot out.
It is. We also have a store. Head over to our Teespring store. Jesus Christ, I am completely derailed here. There's a cat in my face. Head over to
Is it my cat?
gamefullyunemployed.com. Yes. Where you will find a link to our Teespring store. This cat.
He's just staring into my
He's
eyes.
just blotting out the sun.
Yeah.
Where you will find all kinds of cool original artwork by cool original artists like Michael Vincent Bramley, Starlene Hodge, Justin Brown, and others. So please check that out. Please rate and review our podcasts wherever you're listening. And please check out our other show, Badical, Badical, also wherever you're listening. That's our Mortal Kombat spoof. It's a faux-cumentary.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to make.
Documentary. Yeah, it
fun
is.
to listen to.
We're due for a couple more. So anyway,
Yeah.
check those
Anyway.
out. This cat will.
He smells
Cats
like a
love
barn.
it.
That's the thing you're not getting is that there's a smell to him. There's a smell.
Ooh,
It ain't quite right.
real chewed scorpion smell to him.
Yeah. Yeah. God. Yeah. It's unnatural.
So many chewed scorpions.
Okay, bye. Hey, listen, our music is produced by Chris Corlew. You can find him on twitter.com as the Corlew, or go to shipwreckedsailor.bandcamp.com. Our channel artwork is produced by Michael Vincent Bramley. For more of his work, go to mvbramley.art. Our episode artwork is by Justin Brown, available on Twitter as Justin T. Brown or at artnessbyjustinbrown.com. And finally, additional artwork is by Starlene Hodge. You can find her work at starlenearts.com or on Twitter as StarleneX. Cool. Goodbye.